Today I'm going to show you guys how to make some fun trailers to incorporate into your classroom. Here's my contact information if you, for more contact. I'll put that slide back. Here's some more trailers. What are trailers, basically? So trailers are short, 1 minute. I've done trailers up to 3 minutes, but anywhere past 1 minute, it takes a while to make, and it can be boring if the kids don't do it correctly. So we're going to be using iOS mainly in iMovie, because I love iMovie because it's free to all like iPads and iPods and Mac devices. So I haven't seen any other trailers on PCs or Chromes, so that's what we're going to be using today. They have beefed up their trailer options, their themes. I've only given you 2 themes to kind of look at, just to kind of just to see what we're working with today. But there are just, I believe on the computers, I believe there's like 20 trailers. On the iPod and iPad, they've cut it down to I think like 12 trailers, which is still a lot. Why use trailers? Okay. I've used trailers, and it's amazing how easy it is and how it just really spices up your lesson. So I've used trailer right from the get-go with my students as an introduction, a student introduction, like the first week of school. So that's a great way to engage them in getting to know each other rather than having the kids stand up there and introduce themselves and say 3 things about them. Once the kids get the iPads or the iPods, they just really are mobile. They love doing them. They ask about them. My coworker has taught the trailers all the way like with 2nd graders. So 2nd graders can even use it. I have a kindergartner that at home does trailers all the time, running around doing trailers of everything. So it's really easy to use, and the learning curve is absolutely fast on it. Okay. I like using iMovie trailers because it's the absolute best. I mean, there's nothing on the market that can come even close to iMovie trailers. One, as you guys can see, it has all the selections that you can use. It has action-packed ones, it has a Bollywood one, it has a scary one, it has family one, documentary style one. And what's great is that the template is laid out for you guys. If you guys can take pictures or video on a camera, then you guys are set to go. So I also do movies too, and trailers are awesome because some of the clips that you guys are filming is 2 seconds long. So it's very forgiving, because with movies you have to purchase a tripod. I ask the kids, the lighting has to be perfect, the camera work has to be really still. But with only 2 seconds of footage, it's very forgiving. So even shaky footage or even bad footage can look really good on a trailer. And lucky for you guys today, you guys are going to be making a trailer before you guys leave here. So it's going to be just very minimal direct instruction from me, and the rest of the time you guys are going to create a trailer before you guys leave here. The uses for trailer is just it's endless. So like I said, again, you guys can use trailers to introduce students. Of course, with language arts, book trailers are really popular. Doug back here he does the SIVA Awards, the Sacramento area, and they have a category where they have kids enter book trailers or different types of trailers in there. So, you know, which I tell the kids that is like the Academy Awards of the Sacramento area. So their end product can actually end up winning an award. So great way to showcase their work. I've done it for math, social studies, science, PE, just any fun way that you can use the trailer and think of. You can use, people in the past have used like trailers to introduce like wedding invitations, wedding announcements. A former teacher used it for rules on the playground, or rules in the classroom. So there's, like I said, there's endless amount. Here are some great links for different trailers used in the classroom. So now, making it a trailer is an art. You know, people, I've had teachers in the past just put a whole bunch of clips together and just show, you know, this is what we did using still pics. But it actually, there's a lot of time and a lot of pre-production involved in it. I think that's what the kids don't understand. So just like creating a rough draft in language arts. So basically, the kids can summarize the whole movie or the book that they're reading in a minute and a half. So that's what's great. So that way they don't, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I get the book reports of the kids going on and on and on about the first chapter, and then, you know, they end up, you know, puttering out and not telling me about what happens through the rest of the book. I use trailers as a gateway. Like I said, it's a great way for the kids to create their trailers and then enter into for them to seeing the end product, and then hopefully they will start making movies, you know, from that point on, because it's really easy to do. And then they start asking questions. Well, what can I do for here? Well, how can I add in sound? How can I add in everything else? So then we take them to the next level and using iMovies to create further movies. So the trailers in iMovie is just one option. And then when they're ready for it, then they can create a real live movie. So that's a fast way to do it. I believe I gave the kids 5 days without any knowledge of using, knowing how to use iMovie. So the turnaround time is really quick. When we're doing other movies like a PSA, like a 30-second commercial, it ends up taking them a couple of weeks to do because there's script writing involved. There's a lot. Some kids want to put in music, so it is a little further task. So trailers are a great way to enter and to implement video within your classroom, and the end product, like I said, is amazing. So a lot of the parents that watch it can't believe the end product but it's just using a template format. If you guys are teaching language arts, I mean, I can't find a better way to introduce trailers and having kids really understand using it to spice up a lesson. The persuasive writing, you know, using the trailers to capture one perspective of like the wolf and the three little pigs is a great way to show it through the trailers, you know. And here are some different links too that you guys can use the trailers. I like to use it when I'm talking about storyboarding, because the paper that I gave in front of you guys talks about that storyboarding format and how to plan out a shot and how to sequence that shot. And because it is, even in a minute-long trailer, you have to have, like the Castaway one, you have to have a beginning, you have to have a middle, and you have to have an end. And I don't know if you guys picked up on it, but there even like a little bit of that climax where, you know, he's in the ocean trying to get over that wave. So there's a lot of that element of language arts in there and teaching of that story within that 1 minute time period. So whatever they're doing, they have to have that peak strategy there. So I have here some great YouTube links for you guys to, in case you guys forget anything I taught you. I'm going to walk you guys through it, but then here are some great tutorials to walk you through the iPad if you guys want to, for the trailers. The last two are using iMovie. Like I said, on the Mac computers behind you, the laptops, they provide you with a lot more trailer options, and the layout looks a little bit different. It's very similar, but it looks a little bit different on iMovies. But again, there's a PDF if you guys want to print it out or just look at it. Walks you through step by step. Trailers, there are some suggested tools that you guys can use. It's, you don't have to, but it just makes the footage and the image a lot like stable, and it makes it more professional. The cheapest one that I like to purchase is the monopod. The monopod is just great. It's around $10. Those are all Amazon links too, if you guys can like to click on it. The monopod just keeps the camera steady, and usually a lot of times when you guys are like you have the iPod linked onto some like some kind of device, it keeps it hands-free so the kids can actually capture the footage. This is a tripod. It's a little more expensive, but you know, most of it, like I said, the trailers are only 2 seconds long, so you don't need a lot of stable shots where the shots ends up to be 5 to 20 seconds long or even longer. Any inexpensive lighting is great, you know, because you never know. Most of the kids might film inside, so you need a consistent light source. But I tell the kids, whenever in doubt, go outside, because they have a great light source. Just pay attention to where the sun is shining. Those guys using iPhones, there's other devices here that can help you guys that clips onto the phone too, so that way you have a steady shot. A rule too, like when you're using the iPod, which it shows you, is that you need to hold the iPad sideways. Okay, so whenever you're catching photos, a lot of people hold their phone up vertically where you want to hold up horizontal. You guys ever see those images where there's two black lines on the bar? That's what happens when people are capturing straight up. So that's just a rule that I tell my students. Okay. If you are teaching the kids how to do a trailer, this is a great link here. It's the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The trailer is already cut for you, and the images and the footage is already there for you. But if you click on it, what it does is that the kids can lay out where it goes, which goes first, which goes second, and it has all that recipe, that has that block lettering where it introduces, one kid, one summer. So what do you want to start out with? Believe it or not, there is an industry separate from the actual movie that you would go to create your trailers. So the director would hire somebody out to create that trailer for you, because it's like that's where it starts out. These professionals will create the trailers to get people inside the theater. Once you're inside the theater, once you paid the, what is it, $20 for a movie ticket now, $40. So once you paid the $40, it doesn't matter if the movie's good or not. So that's why you see a lot of the times when people mention, do you guys ever watch a trailer that was better than the movie? So I mean that's it. The purpose is to get you guys in the theater to pay for it. Once you're in there, it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters if you like it, but they got their money. That's all they care about. Even a lot of the times they know the movie's terrible, so that's why they focus on that trailer. Because once that trailer's awesome, it'll get you guys in the theater. So there's a separate business. So that's why I tell my students, if you like cutting these trailers, there is an industry out there that will hire you guys to do these trailers. But they are looking for that specific theme and that strategy of getting the audience inside the movie theater. So great practice there, because they have the ending, they have different kind of clips. All you have to do is just drag and drop it into the storyboard blocks there, and it will play it out for you guys and to see how they arrange it. And so the kids will have a different variation. And it really does matter, because it captures that certain feel to it. So if you use one footage before another, it will. Most of the action flicks like to start out with that, that intense scene of that car chase or whatever. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the Mission Impossible one with Tom Cruise hanging out of the, that's like that one image that they wanted to leave you with. So, so it does matter which one goes first in the order. So storyboarding is really important when it comes to movie making. Here are some sample book trailers that some students have created. This is an iMovie too, so this is what it kind of looks like. So that's a real simple one, mainly using all still pics.
The passage is the exciting tale of Amy. Did
they get the still picture? Do they take the pictures, or do they just get the?
Most of those are internet pictures. So so this is just a class one. So there is another whole lesson on that I teach about fair use, and so. It's I think through this on which ones to use. There's a fair use pictures out there that you can just drag and drop. A lot of the times the kids would just take pictures too. So I urge them to take video, because video has a powerful impact, and it gives a little bit more. You can have a combination of both, because some of these trailers, they use a combination of pictures and live footage too. So not live footage, but footage. So video footage. So it's up to them. So, and then, but we talk about that too. Part of the whole process is the rubric behind it. It's like, does it still have the same impact using still pictures versus, versus the video footage? A lot of times, the younger kids like to take pictures, draw pictures, and then just snap a photo of it, so they can do it that way too. So there's a lot of options on what you guys can use. But as you guys can see, Tornado one used for science, the Throne Israel used for social studies, teaching through Minecraft. That was a teacher-based one. So there's a lot of options that you guys can use as far as where to implement it and where to use the trailer strategies. This is, if you guys go to this slide right here, this is step-by-step everything you guys need to know about making the trailers. That's, it'll walk you guys through every little last bit. This is what I use to teaching the kids. So let me click onto it to show you guys. So step by step, just walking through where the icon is, pressing the add button. So great, great resource. So that's, if you guys forget how to do that, this is, go back to this slide because it'll show you. Now, of course, you guys are sitting there probably thinking, but where's the Common Core standards to this? So there are a lot of Common Core standards too. So I won't bore you guys, but you guys, there's great links. So if somebody walks in and goes, why are the kids running around with cameras? How come they're not learning like language arts? How come they're not learning the core stuff? Well, you can tell them. There's a lot of great Common Core connections to that. And other additional resource for you guys. So are you guys ready to make a trailer? Everybody feel confident? Okay.
No.
I'm going to give you guys each an iPad, and then later, just to show you guys, just to walk you guys through what the students are going to see. And then later on, and then right after that, you guys can, you guys can team together to make one. So right up here. So the iMovie icon right up there. So you click on to it, and probably get you to that window right there. Now you guys see the plus at the upper right-hand corner right there? Go ahead. First, if you don't see it, click in the middle right there where it says projects. So I already have it set to some of the screen there, but if you're on videos or whatever, it's just some different video footage that they have. But if not, then go to projects, and then you guys will see the plus at the upper right-hand corner. Once you press on it, they're going to ask you, do you want to make a movie or a trailer? So go ahead and click on trailers. Or trailer. And then here are all your options right here. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe there's 12 trailers. Okay, no problem. Now, the kids can preview each trailer to kind of see what it, what the theme of the trailer is like. This is like a pirate theme, so. These are just all sample videos, so. And they're gonna be a lot better than ours because, these are the guys at Apple that are doing this, so. But so, you get different types of themes. So here's a superhero one. So those are different types of trailers. Now, the fortunate thing is, depending on your device, of course, but Apple's has really good cameras built in. So the footage and the shots really come out pretty professional. So focus on your lighting and focus on where you're taking it. That's the next recommendation I always tell the students. Make sure your shots that you want. So the one that I gave you is coming of age, I believe. So I'm just going to do this one, and up at the upper right-hand corner it says create. So once you pick your theme that you want, go ahead and press create. I'm going to pick the coming to age if you guys can pick that one. So. So, once you pick that. There's two options. You can pick the outline, and I like to use storyboard. That's where a lot of the action takes place. So it'll go right to your camera, so you guys can see that. Okay. Now, if you click on to where it says Arctic Films, you can change the kids love this part because then they can have their own movie company. So you can change it to whatever you want. So then you can see it actually lays out there. They do have different themes for you too. So if you guys go back to outline, and you see logo style right there, they have really cool ones where the color bars. They have the dandelion, so really neat there. They have the galaxy one. They have the street lamp, kind of a scary one. So all preloaded for you guys to kind of use there. So you have a lot of variety. Now, when you guys are taking footage, you see right there it says 2.7S. So that stands for 2.7 seconds that you guys will be capturing the film. Now, if you have preloaded film like you took, that you captured like on vacation, you can use that too because it gives you the option of using what's in your camera roll, which is what's on the iPad. But if you want, most of the time the kids just create what's there. So when I'm ready to capture the footage, anybody want to be on camera? Anybody want on camera? So I'm going to capture all you guys. Okay, so again, make sure the iPad is sideways when you guys are capturing film. So it's going to capture 2.7 seconds. I tell the kids, just like Hollywood, make sure that everybody is aware. So give a quiet on set, so that way no one's around knowing that you're filming. Okay, and when I press record, you guys are going to see that this bar is going to start moving, but it doesn't actually start capturing to here, so it gives you guys a little bit of time to react or move. In this shot, can you guys wave to me? Okay, are you guys ready? Quiet on set. And then I use the cameras rolling, so that way, okay, the camera's rolling. But then, I'll give the point to you guys when the actual footage is recording, but you guys can see it up here. Ready, quiet on set, cameras rolling. And then cut, and then you just press the record button to stop, and you see how it automatically throws it up there. So that's the footage. I'm going to watch it real quick, and you just do the play button right up here to. So that's the startup, and it's really simple. And then what I tell the kids is, like, if you're doing the intro to getting to know you, it is up to you guys. Since there's no audio, that's the down part about this. There's pros and cons. The con part is that there's no audio, as far as the kids cannot go, hey, my name is Thuy Pham, and I'm gonna, that's more advanced. If you guys want to, once the kids get hooked on to the trailers, I tell them, okay, now let me show you guys how to really make your trailer awesome. Because I want to have an audio saying this or introducing that, and there is a way to do that. Basically, once you're done with your movies, you can export it out and then play around with it into iMovie. So, but that's like a more advanced skills, which is not really advanced, but just once you play around with it, the kids will understand how to do it. So you go up to the story of a boy, where they can change it, where this is a story of the teachers or whatever. So that's where the real beef of the information comes from. So if they are introducing a book trailer or stuff for social studies or science, that's where all the texts will go. And I tell the kids, you're limited, so you have to put all the key points that you want to teach in that little 1 minute. So don't put fluff in there. Don't put stuff that doesn't matter. Put stuff that really going to introduce to us what we have. And in the end, did you guys really learn about whatever concept, or did he really review about this book? So that's where they have to go back and change the text. So again, they change it there. Now, this is the coming to age where they use photos. Okay. Now, here are the different types of angles that I recommend the kids doing. Now, I found out that we function kind of in a bubble. How we have conversations, how we shoot footage. You don't want somebody to come too close to you, because it makes people uncomfortable. It goes, all right, I'm going to do a video of you. Okay, whoa, get back off. But that's what we want sometimes, is that different shots. Right here, it's a close-up shot. So, and these are just all recommendation. These are all just recommendations. You don't have to do the close-up shot, but they're saying this is what we found works out. Apple's saying this is what we found works out best. You have a little bit of variety of everything. The wide shot, which is right there, the full body shot, get a group of people, medium shot, the close-up, sorry for the twitching there, and then two-person shot and action shot, and it tells you how long. Like the action shot's only 1.2 seconds, so, all right, get me, I'm gonna do a cartwheel, and then I'm gonna pop up and do this. It's like, well, that's 1.2 seconds. You don't have that time. And they get angry that part got cut off. Why'd you cut me off? I didn't. That's all you have. Okay, so.
Do you have to use all of those, or can you?
Yes, you do. That's a great question. A lot of times if you leave it blank, what happens is, this is what happens if you end up, it will just show up. Here, let me demonstrate. So this one, I'm going to just snap a picture real quick. So there's their 2-second shot. So it's going to go there, and I'm going to do reverse shot of this computer. Okay. Then what happens is, go back and play. So,
you gotta fill everything.
yeah. So, and a lot of times when I group the kids into 3 or 4s, and it'll tell you guys how many people they recommend. One time it's like, well, we only have 3 people. It says finding 4. I'm like, well, just fill the spots. I mean, you guys don't have to use 4. They're just saying this is recommended for 4. In this shot, they're looking for another person to fill it in there, but it can be anybody. It can be anything. They're just doing recommendations, you know. So just as long as it captures that same fill. So yes, you do have to fill in all the blocks there. Okay, because again, that's a template that they're giving you and providing you just to fill it in there. So you're just moving up there. Now, if you don't like that footage, you just go down here. You can't see it here, but in your iPad, you see where it says the trash can, the icon. So press that one. It will get rid of that. So then you start all over again. So press. So I don't want that shot. See, so that disappears. Now, when you guys take the shot again, press camera, it gives you guys option too, because then in iMovie you can do it slow motion shots, you can do it speed it up, so they give you the variety. Here, let's say by chance, oh wait, let's go up here. Oh. Can you guys wave again? I want to, okay, 3, 2, 1, and so let's say now you see that on to the right and to the left of the image, they actually have, I did capture that, and so iMovie will capture it. Now, if I wanted to capture a little bit before, and let's say, oh, I wanted that other shot before, whatever, or you made a face at the end and I didn't want that face at the end, I can actually slide over and shift what I want. That works out when you're capturing footage that are not instant. You capture prior footage, and you have 6 minutes of you at Disneyland, and you don't want that whole 6 minutes. You only have 1.2, so you're going to find that perfect 2.6 seconds, and then just move the frame over where you want it, and then it will capture that. Okay, so that's the advantage of that. So, and then you go through, and again, you just capture what you need. In the outline portion at the end there, they give credits. So that's where you would fill in there. You would fill in the directed by, edited by, all that stuff. So, and then at the end there, you have that full trailer. Pretty easy to use. Any questions? My philosophy is that you learn through doing. So you guys want to create a trailer? I think you have, what, 30 minutes? I think you guys can do it. I'm going to give you guys 20 minutes to group up and create a trailer. Another thing that the kids like too is that there's a trust issue. I have 6 graders, and they know me at my campus. My kids are everywhere on campus because it's a trust issue. They're out in the fields. When I say go make a trailer, go make a trailer. They're out in the playground. They're respecting, just the boundaries. And I tell them, if you don't respect the boundaries, you're never going to be outside shooting again. You're going to be inside creating a movie. So they're really good with that. If they're shooting in the bathroom, they let me know that. They have somebody outside blocking the bathroom, making sure that no one comes in because they're filming. So that way, when my admins walk around, they have the iPad. They're really respectful. You hear the quiet on set. So they're like, oh, cool. The language there. So, and I have kids before in the parking lot. Can we go in the parking lot because we need to film this one scene? So I trust them to do that. So they really appreciate that at 6th grade because it gets them outside, it gets them moving. So that's what I am offering you guys. You guys are going to get up, move, go outside, show the everybody at CapCUE how cool this presentation is, because you guys are outside playing with iPads and they're sitting inside. So are you guys ready to make one? All right, so you guys are going to be a team. You guys, all three of you guys are going to be a team. So, and on here, I usually will print out the students a shot list. So that way, what are you guys doing in the shot? Oh, well, I'm going to be flipping, okay? Why are you doing a cartwheel? So that way they plan their shot even before they get their iPad. So that way there's a lot of pre-production going on here. Then I'll look at it really quickly. It goes, okay, does this capture what you're doing here? Okay, what are you writing in here? What are you doing over here? So that way the kids really have a clear idea and understanding and a message that they're sending. So that's that rough draft portion of it. So that way they get used to just not grabbing the camera and just working. They actually have a storyboard to follow. Okay, so your first task is to pick a theme that you guys want, and I want you guys creating a trailer. All right, are you guys ready? All right. Great question is why I like iMovie is I've always looked for apps and software that allows you to keep what you made. Most ones, like I think it's like Powtoons, once you're done with it, you actually have to click onto Powtoons to give you a link, and it takes you to Powtoons, I believe. But iMovie actually allows you guys to keep it, and then it goes to your camera roll, so it's like a picture. So then that way it's just a movie file. So what I found the fastest way is I just upload it on Google, and then I just share it on Google. So that usually will guarantee me that I can share it out to my parents. Rather than email, it does depend on the file size. And on there are options where you can upload it with a lower grade, rather than like an HD quality. So that way, I don't know the exact file size, but that might allow you to attach it as an email.
Have to have some sort of account for iMovie or anything.
No, yeah, they could, cause just like what I did with you guys, you just link it on there, share to public, and then you will have a code to it, and then you can put it on the website, and once they click on it, it'll take them automatically to that link. So I found that's the fastest way, because I can throw out all my movie trailers without it getting it bounced back or kicked back. So, and then because like before too, another way is go ahead and upload it on YouTube. But it was just like, it was just such a long step, and I had to wait a long time to upload it on YouTube, do the description, do the title. But on Google, I just highlight all of them and throw them on there.
My only thing is, for privacy issues, not all my parents want their children floating out on the internet.
You can do it private, and then you can do it private and then send out the link.
Link,
Yeah, so on Google.